today we discuss regarding the lower extremity, blood supply to lower extremity. Blood supply to lower extremity. So that is our today's topic. Now see, in lower extremity we have important arteries like femoral artery, then popliteal artery, then anterior tibial artery, posterior tibial artery, then dorsalis pedis and medial and lateral plantar arteries. See, these all are the arteries of lower extremity. So one by one we discuss here. Now first of all, the femoral artery. In today's lecture we see the gross idea. We discuss regarding the gross idea about the blood supply to the lower extremity. Now see, this is the abdominal aorta. The abdominal aorta gives here a branch, that is common iliac artery. This is a common iliac artery. Common iliac artery. It is branch of abdominal aorta. The common iliac artery, right as well as left, both arteries present here. It gives two branches here. The common iliac artery, it is a branch of abdominal aorta. It gives two branches. See, this is the internal iliac artery, and this is external iliac artery. Abdominal aorta, it gives two branches, two common iliac arteries, right common iliac artery and left common iliac artery. The right common iliac artery gives again two branches. First branch is the external iliac artery and this is internal iliac artery. Now what happened here? This internal iliac artery, it descends downwards like this. It descends downwards from mid-inguinal point. The external iliac artery becomes femoral artery. So it is the artery of thigh region. The femoral means thigh region. So the femoral artery in thigh region, it gives 6 branches. Out of these 6 branches, 3 are superficial, 3 are deep. The superficial circumflex iliac artery, superficial epigastric artery and superficial external pudendal artery. Superficial branches, deep branch, 3 branches are the deep. In that first one is the deep external pudendal artery, then profunda femoris artery and muscular arteries. Remember, all these arteries supplies blood to the thigh region, anterior compartment, posterior compartment, lateral compartment as well as medial compartment. So this is regarding femoral artery. Now this femoral artery enters in popliteal fossa just behind the knee. It becomes popliteal artery. Just behind the knee there is a depression, dimension of depression is there, so that is popliteal fossa. In popliteal fossa, the popliteal artery present, what is it? So it is nothing but the continuation of femoral artery from lower, from the fifth opening present in lowermost part of adductor magnus muscle, that is hiatus magnus. So it becomes popliteal. The popliteal artery descends downwards. It gives 2 important branches. The popliteal artery, it gives 2 important branches. Which are they? See, this is anterior tibial artery, and this is posterior tibial artery. Anterior tibial as well as posterior tibial artery. The anterior tibial artery, it supplies anterior most compartment of leg. It supplies the anterior compartment of leg. It lies along with anterior tibial nerve. Understand? Then the posterior tibial artery, in leg region, it gives an important branch, that is peroneal artery. Peroneal artery. It is a branch in leg region, so that is peroneal artery. The peroneal artery, it supplies lateral compartment of leg. It supplies lateral compartment of leg. The anterior tibial artery supplies anterior compartment of leg. The peroneal artery, branch of posterior tibial artery, supplies the lateral compartment of leg, and the posterior tibial artery itself, it supplies posterior compartment of leg. Clear? The posterior compartment of leg. Now what happens? These both arteries descend downwards after supplying leg region. The anterior tibial artery enters in foot region. In front of ankle joint, it enters in foot region. It becomes dorsalis pedis artery. Dorsalis pedis artery. And this dorsalis pedis artery supplies dorsum of foot with the help of the branches, dorsum of foot, dorsalis pedis. Remember, the dorsalis pedis artery, it is a branch, not a branch, it is a direct continuation of anterior tibial artery on the dorsum of foot. Now this posterior tibial artery crosses the ankle joint. It is a posterior sided artery, so it crosses the ankle joint from the posterior side. It enters in foot region. It gives two important branches. In that first branch lies on the medial side, so this is medial plantar artery. Medial plantar artery, and second branch is lateral plantar artery. Lateral plantar artery. Both arteries supplies the plantar aspect of foot. The medial plantar artery supplies the medial portion of foot, and the lateral plantar artery supplies the lateralmost part of our foot. So this is the gross idea about blood supply to the lower extremity. I repeat, the common iliac artery is a branch of abdominal aorta, right sided. It gives two branches, the external iliac and internal iliac artery. The internal iliac artery, it is artery of pelvic region. Remember, whatever structure present in pelvic region, all supplied by directly or with the help of branches, internal iliac artery. So this external iliac artery descend downwards just behind the mid-inguinal point. It becomes femoral artery. Then femoral artery supplies thigh region. The femoral artery supplies thigh region with the help of 6 branches. Then femoral artery descend downwards after supplying thigh region, enters in popliteal fossa. It becomes popliteal artery. It supplies the structure present behind the knee joint. Then it descend downwards. It gives two terminal branches, the anterior tibial artery and posterior tibial artery. The anterior tibial artery supplies the anterior compartment of leg. The posterior tibial artery gives a peroneal branch. It supplies the lateral compartment of leg. Then posterior tibial artery itself supplies the posterior compartment of leg. Then the anterior tibial artery descend downwards after supplying leg region, enters in the foot region. It becomes dorsalis pedis and supplies the whatever structure present on the dorsum of foot with the help of distal branches. Then the posterior tibial artery from the posterior most side enters in the foot region. On the medial side gives two terminal branches. Medial side there is a medial plantar artery, lateral side there is a lateral plantar artery, and both arteries supplies the respectable region. Like the medial plantar artery supplies the medial region of our foot, the plantar aspect, and the lateral plantar artery supplies the plantar aspect of lateral region of our foot. So this is regarding the complete idea about blood supply to the lower extremity. Now we discuss regarding nerve supply. Again, it is very simple. You can finish in one lecture the gross idea about nerve supply. So in lower extremity we have only 3 important nerves. The first nerve is femoral, then obturator and sciatic. These are the 3 important nerves. This femoral obturator nerve has got the same root value, ventral division of this L2, 3, 4, dorsal division, femoral, ventral division, obturator, and sciatic nerve root value L4, 5, S1, 2, and 3. So this is regarding root value. So the femoral nerve, it is a branch of lumbosacral plexus. It descends downwards, enters in femoral triangle. It supplies thigh region. The femoral nerve, remember, with the help of its branches, it gives muscular branches. It supplies the muscles present in anterior compartment of thigh. It gives articular branches, which supplies the hip joint, knee joint also. Understand? So the thigh region, all compartments are supplied by the femoral nerve. L2, 3, 4 is the root value. Then it supplies all compartment except the medial compartment. The femoral nerve supplies anterior compartment. It also supplies the lateral compartment of thigh. But the medial compartment of thigh, it is supplied by obturator nerve. So one by one. So first of all, the femoral nerve, the L2, 3, 4, 5, L2, 3, 4 is the root value. Make a chart here. The femoral, it supplies anterior compartment. Whatever structure present in anterior compartment. The muscles are the sartorius, then articularis genu, the femoral, remember, and third one is the quadriceps femoris. All muscles are supplied by the femoral nerve. Okay. Then these muscles present in anterior compartment of thigh. Then the medial compartment of thigh, it is adductor compartment. So in this group, the muscles present, the pectineus, then there is adductor longus, then there is adductor brevis, then there is adductor magnus. So these are the muscles present. Again, gracilis muscle is also called as the muscle which is a custodian of virginity. So all these muscles are supplied by obturator nerve. Remember, the pectineus muscle, it has got double nerve supply. It is a hybrid muscle. So it is supplied by femoral nerve also. It is supplied by obturator nerve also. Like that, adductor magnus, it is again the hybrid muscle. So it is supplied by obturator nerve and also supplied by sciatic nerve. So these are the hybrid muscles. So this is nerve supply to the anterior as well as the medial compartment of thigh. Then the posterior compartment of thigh. मैंने पहले बोला था we have three important nerves in lower extremity. The femoral हो गया, obturator हो गया, तब रहेगा अब sciatic nerve. L4, 5, S1, 2, 3 is the root value. This is branch of lumbosacral plexus. Sciatic nerve, it supplies the muscles present in posterior compartment of thigh. The posterior compartment of thigh. Now what are the muscles present here? The muscles present here, the biceps femoris, then semitendinous, then semimembranous, and the ischial head of adductor magnus. Adductor magnus, it has got two heads. The pubic head, it enters in medial compartment, and ischial head enters in posterior compartment. Now these all four muscles are supplied by sciatic nerve. Grouply, these four muscles also called as hamstring muscles. We discussed that is later on. But remember, all these four muscles grouply called as the hamstring group of muscles. So now supplied to the posterior compartment, there is a sciatic nerve. Now what happened? This femoral nerve, after supplying the anterior compartment, it ends in anterior compartment. It gives longest cutaneous branch, that is a saphenous nerve, which goes up to the great toe. Saphenous nerve is branch of femoral nerve, वो जाएगा तुम्हारे great toe तक, cutaneous branch, वहाँ तक जाएगा, वहाँ supply करेगा. It lies along with great saphenous vein. That's why it is called as a saphenous nerve. Saphenous English word, Latin word. Its English meaning is easily seen. So the femoral nerve वहाँ पर खत्म हो गया. Obturator nerve supplies the medial compartment of thigh. वहाँ पर खत्म हो गया. लेकिन sciatic nerve ये खत्म नहीं होता. ये सप्लाई करेगा पूरे लोअर एक्सट्रीमिटी को, जो रिमेनिंग पोर्शन बचा है. फर्स्ट इट सप्लाइज द पोस्टीरियर कंपार्टमेंट ऑफ थाई. हम लोगों ने देखा हैमस्ट्रिंग मसल को सप्लाई करेगा. देन इट एंटर्स इन पोप्लिटर फोसा. इट यूज टू टर्मिनल ब्रांचेस, एंड these branches are, see, this is sciatic nerve, this is sciatic nerve. In popliteal fossa, remember, it gives two branches, the tibial nerve, and this is common peroneal nerve. Common peroneal nerve. Understand? Now, this common peroneal nerve, it descend downwards at the level of neck of fibula. It gives two branches here. See, this is and superficial peroneal nerve. Superficial peroneal nerve, and this is deep peroneal nerve. Deep peroneal nerve. Now, what happens? This superficial peroneal nerve, it supplies the muscles present in lateral compartment of thigh. Lateral compartment. अब यहाँ पर कौन-कौन से मसल आते हैं? Only two muscles present in lateral compartment of leg. The muscles are the peroneus longus and peroneus brevis. Remember, all muscles are supplied by superficial peroneal nerve. After supplying these two muscles, it supplies the skin of lower region of leg. Then tibial nerve. The tibial nerve, it supplies, this is deep peroneal nerve. The deep peroneal nerve, also called as the anterior tibial nerve, because it lies with anterior tibial artery. So it supplies the anterior compartment of leg. Then what are the muscles present in the anterior compartment of leg? The anterior compartment of leg, the four muscles present. Four muscles present. The first muscle is tibialis anterior. Then second muscle is extensor hallucis longus. Third muscle is extensor digitorum, and fourth muscle is peroneus tertius. Peroneus tertius. Remember, all these four muscles are supplied by deep peroneal nerve. Remember, deep peroneal nerve is also called as anterior tibial nerve. Why? Because it lies along with anterior tibial artery. So that is now supplied to the leg region, anterior compartment as well as lateral compartment. Then the tibial nerve, it is a terminal branch of sciatic nerve. So the tibial nerve, it supplies posterior compartment of leg. The tibial nerve supplies the posterior compartment of leg. Posterior compartment. Now the posterior compartment of leg, here the 7 muscles are present. Total 7 muscles present. All muscles are supplied by tibial nerve, remember. Now the 7 muscles further divided into the two groups. The superficial group 3 muscles, deep group 4 muscles. Now the superficial muscles includes first one, that is gastrocnemius. Gastrocnemius, then soleus and plantaris. So these muscles are also called as the calf muscles. So all these muscles are supplied by tibial nerve. Then the deep muscles includes the tibialis posterior, flexor hallucis longus, flexor digitorum longus, and the fourth one, that is popliteus. So this all 4 muscles are supplied by tibial nerve. After supplying all these muscles, the tibial nerve enters in foot region. In foot region, it gives 2 terminal branches, and these branches are medial plantar nerve, medial plantar, and lateral plantar. Remember, these 2 nerves supplies medial as well as lateral region of our foot. In foot, we have 4 layers of muscles, and all 4 layers of muscles are supplied by medial as well as lateral plantar nerve. So this is a gross idea about blood supply and nerve supply to the lower extremity. Thank you.